Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where today I'm playing for the first time with the Lure palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is my first time trying the brand at all. This palette captured my heart when I saw it, and spoiler alert, it has performed amazing. This is my first impression. I gotta give it time. Can't wait to dip into it more. But yeah, this is today's eye look. If you're interested in seeing it, stick around. If you've never been here before, hey there, my name is Rachel. I'm a homeschooling stay-at-home mom, and I really enjoy playing with eyeshadow, but particularly colorful eyeshadow. I upload lots of videos, and it's all eyeshadow related content, so if you like what you see, stick around, like and subscribe before you leave, hit the notification bell so you don't miss new content. Check back on my channel because there are lots of playlists and lots of videos. At one point I was uploading 6 a week, I think, so there's lots of good stuff. Now let's get going. Alright guys, I already primed my eyes. I used the Glamlight Icing Primer. Everything that I use in today's video is linked down below in the description box in case you're curious. Also, I'm trying a new lip product. This is the ColourPop Lippy Sticks, which apparently is one of their, or possibly their, original lip formula. I've tried the lip oils, which I love, and the glowing lips, which I like a lot as well. I was curious to try the Lippy Sticks because I saw a good deal on a set of them, and I was like, but do I like the formula? So far, I am enjoying it. It adds a lot of pigment and it seems to stain the lips a little bit. So once you've put it on, you're kind of committed for the day. I mean, it might wear off after several hours. I've been wearing it for about maybe two. I reapplied just a little bit because it was fading in the center after eating and drinking, but I think it's pretty. This is the shade I Heart This, and I specifically bought a matte formula because I didn't know if I liked mattes, and the lot that I was looking at was almost exclusively mattes. So I'm just trying it out to see if I like it. Anyway, again, linked down below in the description box. Today, I want to play with the Lure palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. It's my first time playing with the palette. I haven't touched it, and I'm really excited because I've never used this brand either. I've heard the formula is incredible, so I'm very excited to dip into it. I'm not really certain what colors I want to play with, but since I'm committed to this lip color for today, it has to work with these lips. Anyway, let's zoom in and get started with this look. I'm going to start with a small blending brush, and I'm going to do my inner corner. So I'm first grabbing the shade Lost at Sea, and I'm going to lay this down right here. I'm expecting this to perform very, very well. Ooh, so far so good. Look at that pigmentation. That's awesome. This brand is so well reviewed and hyped, and everyone seems to adore their, matte and shimmer formula, but particularly their mattes. This palette is very, very matte heavy. Out of 24 shades, there are only 6 shimmers, and that's my kind of ratio right there because I really do prefer matte heavy palettes with a couple of shimmers as a bit of sparkle and dimension, but I like the mattes because I feel like I can get a lot more color contrast and depth and just more interesting looks with the mattes. Anyway, this blue is performing like a dream. I'm curious to see how it'll... Oh, that's so good. I'm curious to see now what a darker matte will look like. So I'm going to take a larger blending brush, such as this one, and go into X Marks the Spot, which is the closest that I can get to this lip color, honestly. I'm going to put that in my outer corner right here. And I've been noticing lately, I've always gone back and forth in technique. When I first started playing with eyeshadow, I would start with the lightest color or do a transition in the crease and buff it out and then deepen it. But lately I've been starting with the darkest shade and then blending out from there. Oh, these two colors together are so pretty. In my I'm Back After Baby video, which I just uploaded the other day, I did that technique, the first technique, starting with the transition and deepening it, and I didn't love the result because I feel like it just... You lose a lot of the depth of the darkest shade when you're building it on top of other shadows. You lose some of that dynamic and dimension. I just generally prefer this technique, starting with the darkest and buffing it out lightly from there. I also find that I can control the shadows better because they're not just spraying everywhere. They're more, I don't know, I just have more control over them. These two colors together are so pretty. So pretty. Let me get a smaller blending brush, like the one that I used for the light blue matte. I've got the color Baited, and I'm putting that right on the edge of this X Marks the Spot shade, and I'm just softening it a little bit. I'll also carry Baited over towards the blue. I'll get a little bit of a purple mash up there, but that's okay. I'm not going to carry it all the way in. I want the inner corner to stay quite blue. I just need to work these two shades together slightly, and tapping Baited over top of them is transitioning from the deep berry tone into the lighter blue. So okay, so that's looking beautiful and has taken almost no effort at all. I think it's time for shimmer. I'm going to Take a flat brush. I was going to say apply it with my finger. I don't really love applying shimmers with my finger. I simply find that some formulas perform better when I do, but I'm going to try this one with a flat brush in my regular technique. I'm going to take the shade Pearl. It's in the neutral row. People have been saying it's a multi-chrome. I think it has a green shift to it as well. It's sort of a taupey mauve green. It's not picking up amazing on my brush. Maybe I will take my finger, try it out. That's better. I'm going to put that starting at my inner corner. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, Blend Bunny, you might have a new fan. Wow. My daughter's going to love this look. Okay, that's great. I'm going to transition from the very light shimmer into the dark outer matte. So I'm taking my finger, going into the darker pinky matte called Charmed, and I'm just putting that right here. Did I say matte before? The purple shimmer called Charmed. I'm just using that to transition over into the darker mattes. But I'm also grabbing my original blending brush, and I'm not taking additional product. I'm just sort of working everything smoothly together. I also want to take a blue shimmer. I took my flat brush, I dug a little bit into the pan and grabbed the shade Time in a Bottle. Not Time in a Bottle, that is a Jim Croce song. In a bottle. I sprayed it, and I'm going to take that and put that right up here into the blue matte. Yeah, oh my goodness. This is performing like a dream. I just want to play in all the colors. This palette is performing beautifully. I've got a small blending brush here, and I'm going to go into some greens. I'm taking the shade Seafoam, and I'll start that at my inner corner. It'll be a nice contrast, but still matching as far as depth with the light blue that I laid down. I'll put that on my whole inner corner as a highlight, and then drag it on my lower lash line. Now with the same brush, I'm grabbing Mermaid Lagoon, and I'm going to put that in the center. It's just a little bit darker. It's actually a pretty decent match when paired with the minty shade I just used for my shirt. Color switch this brush again and go back into the X marks the spot that I used on the outer corner of the lid, and I'll just drag that down. I didn't want to go full green on the lower lash line. I wanted to do a little bit of green and then be more cohesive into the rest of the look. But this is pretty colorful, she said unapologetically. I'm going to go back into that blue shimmer with this same flat brush. I'm going to try to grab it on the edge of my brush and lay it down on top of the green here. The sparkliness of these shimmers reminds me a lot of Uden's Eye because they're very, very finely milled. It's not quite as thick as, say, Beauty Bay or Glamlight. It has kind of a same feeling, but the shimmers seem to be a little bit more sparkly and less emollient and wet looking. I really, really like this. This palette's performing beautifully. I'm going to go off camera and finish up. I'll be right back and tell you how I finished out the look with waterline color and everything else. Here we go, guys. This is all done. I put white in my waterline. I put some mascara on. I did not line my upper lashes because I forgot to. Also, I need to revitalize my gel liner. Everything else I'm wearing is also linked in the description box if you're interested, and I already told you what I've got on my lips. That's the whole look. First impression of this palette, oh my goodness. It's really good. It's really good. It reminds me a lot of Uden's Eye, which is my favorite brand. The mattes just stay where you put them. They don't wander around. They are still easy to blend out. You can even use the lighter mattes to buff out or partially conceal the darker mattes. Everything worked really beautifully. The shimmers are amazing, and they did apply the two different techniques. I used my finger, I used the brush. I think the shimmers applied better with my finger. I don't personally mind that. I know some people don't like that, but I thought that everything was really great. Just so you know, you might have noticed that my lower lash line is less green than it was because I decided I didn't like the green as much with the rest of the colors. So I took the light blue matte and I put it over top of the green, and even the light blue partially concealed the dark matte. So good. Really great formula. I'm highly impressed. I'm not surprised because Blend Bunny is reviewed, I mean, it gets fantastic reviews across the board, so it's kind of what I was expecting. I'm just pleasantly pleased with my purchase. I hope you enjoyed today's video and today's eye look. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you so much for being with me, and remember to like and subscribe before you leave if you want to see more content. I did just have a baby, so I'm just finding a new routine with 2 children under 2 and 1 older child homeschooling, stay-at-home mom. I think I mentioned all of that before. It's a new normal, so I'm giving myself time and grace to get into a routine and figure things out. I can't promise the same upload schedule that I've been doing, but I'm gonna try because I really enjoy this hobby. It's a lot of fun. I just need to figure out when is the best time for filming and editing, uploading. Anyway, I will see you guys again really soon in my next video. Bye.